You just got to move your phone because it's a real small screen. Oh, I think you have to hold your phone like this if you want to comment. Yeah, so this is how you comment then. But how's your morning?
That's good.
Went to In-N-Out for the first time since it's opened.
I saw it. It was a 3-hour trip.
It was. It was a 3-hour trip. Yeah, and I think it was worth it. I like the In-N-Out. The fries were a little cold, but yeah, there was
I hate
like
cold fries.
I thought there were only 24 people in line for the drive-through.
Uh-huh.
It was actually over 100 cars. They have an
Wow.
entire parking lot that they queue people in like a bay, and then they just allow them to go in. And I thought to myself, I was like, I would just get out of the car, go wait in line, and then order my food, then walk back to my car, which I saw a whole bunch of people doing actually. Oh my God.
Yeah, but
So-
you were in line.
Yeah. I just.
So how did yeah, but your car wouldn't move forward?
Huh?
You were.
I wasn't in a car.
Oh, okay.
I took the
okay.
light
You were
rail.
you took the light rail.
Yeah, I went from the A line to Peoria Station and took the R line down to the Aurora Town Center, their mall. And it's right there. So you basically have to cross the street, walk through the mall, and you're right there at In-N-Out. And then that's what I did. And then I just waited in line for 17 minutes.
Yeah. How
Good morning.
You having a cookie, Robert?
Oh yeah, it's got raisins in it, so that's
That's
vegetable.
good for you.
Mhm.
It's like breakfast. Is it oatmeal raisin?
Yeah.
See, it's like having
Oh,
Get
man.
the system going.
Good morning.
What's up, man?
It's 10:18, 35 degrees outside, if you all can see that.
It's warmer in the sun.
It is. I'm going to go stand in the sun.
I think I'm going to do that right now.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Happy Fuck the Police Day.
Happy fuck props to
Ooh, oh yeah, shit. I got a decent buck knife, but I always forget to fucking carry it. It is, yeah. I made sure. I was like, I want a fucking legal one I can carry.
That's only in Denver that it has to be
Oh,
that
really?
short.
Okay.
Everywhere else you can carry anything except for a ballistic knife as long as it's like,
Okay.
you can't have a ballistic knife. So I could literally walk around with those knives as long as it's on my back in the open.
Right,
A ballistic knife is the one that shoots out?
Yeah.
Projectile.
These are intense.
And that sucks.
Right. Yeah, you gotta go out and fucking find it. Get ammunition.
When I was playing a Star Wars role-playing game, one of the dudes I was playing with wanted to make a lightsaber launcher. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I just want something that launches lightsabers. That's what a ballistic
like the
knife.
guns in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right?
Not really.
'Cause the lightsaber goes through everything.
I'm not
Learn
up on the
about the
wall.
Star Wars. So much shit you don't even understand. It's so cool.
How's your van coming along?
Good, I almost got all the insulation done.
Good.
I have like one little panel left.
You just gonna put that in there or anything thicker?
What? No, I'm just gonna put that. That should be good. It's R21. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man. Reflectix is pretty fucking
Wow.
hefty dude. All it is fucking thermal blanket wrapped in fucking glued onto bubble wrap. And then once I put wood
Oh, I
over
didn't
it,
realize it was had that much thermal value.
yeah. I didn't realize it either until I went online and I was doing some research because I was gonna buy the wool, but it's like $160 for a bat.
Yeah, that's the natural shit.
Yeah, I can't afford that shit. You know what I mean? The Reflectix is. Say again? Nah, man. Nah. Hey, if you need stuff, there's stuff over there too. The Reflectix is like $25 for a fucking 30-foot roll, and then $40 or $50 for a 4x30 foot.
Right, that should take up a lot less room too. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to look into
So
that.
your installation's bubble wrap and space blanket?
Pretty much.
That's legit.
Pretty much. I mean, it's already like 2 degrees warmer in there than it was. You know what I mean? But like, that's not how insulation works. If I get a heater in there, it'll fucking hold the heat in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't have heat, so fart a fucking new blower. Or just buy a Chinese diesel heater.
Yeah. Those are pretty
Solar
badass.
powered space heater, portable heater.
No.
No.
I put his in tube shit.
No viewers.
Man, they're God, they
pumped it
work
out.
great, man.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about fucking just doing that, but I gotta get solar and I gotta get a fucking fan first. I wanna get my ceiling done. So that way I can start laying the wood.
Right.
I wanna get all that shit in there, and then I gotta run wires. If I have those in there, then that gives me a better idea how many wires.
Yeah. Well, Keith still hasn't done it. I bought him all of this shit. Piece of shit.
Happy fuck the police
No.
day.
Oh, that's just come on
Is all that shit you guys?
a long time. Huh?
Says all that shit you guys, because I'll come grab it.
So, put it on, yeah. It's wiring, inside and outside penetrations, and all that shit. She wouldn't do it. It's like, oh, it's like, well, let's get it fucking done.
Yeah, you just cut
So
the
I
whole.
ordered it. Let's do it. Fucking months later, still didn't do it.
All you gotta do is cut the whole. Oh, I gotta get that beetle tape too.
Happy
Beetle
fuck
tape.
the police day.
You know what it's called? Beetle tape.
What's beetle tape?
Butyl tape.
Butyl?
Yeah. It's the super sticky stuff that when you cut like holes in the ceiling, they use it in RVs and stuff like that. It creates a more permanent seal. Stronger seal too.
What's up, Levi?
Where are you sneaking off to?
I'm gonna eat them.
I'm glad I quit. I haven't had marijuana or alcohol for over half a month.
Oh, amazing authenticity. I
Yes.
believe it's for 20.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Good.
It's nice to finally put a face,
Yeah.
you know? Oh, man.
Told you I'd catch up with you one way or another.
Mhm. I was wondering about that today. I was like, I'm supposed to meet somebody here, and I was looking over there just trying to be part of the conversation. But here you are right here. Yeah, so did Chris, the activist guy, did he just die of like natural causes, old age, or? Do you...
I'm not sure. Yeah, Monkey might know, but I'm not sure how it went. But I did notice that he wasn't in here for like 3 weeks, and that was really odd because he's always in Janet's kitchen chat.
Yeah.
And he hadn't been there for 3 weeks. Like, where the hell is Chris?
Yeah, he's the one who escaped 3 times, right?
And then
To prove his innocence.
older guy, yeah,
Yeah.
good old dude, yeah.
My innocence wasn't worth it to them. I had my record expunged until twice, and they still threw it on. It pisses me off.
Yeah, that's the way fucking government works, man. We need less government.
Well, yeah, not just less government. We need something that could be considered like a real something. You know?
Well, it would be if there was less. That's the
Yeah.
problem. Is there's so much branches going off this way and that way and this way, and making more laws and this and that. So many
Dude.
branches where before it was just, you know, you've
Yeah,
got
yeah.
a couple parties and
And you could go there and talk to one person
yeah.
versus you go to this building, talk to 8
And now
people.
you have
got to
to
go to
talk
that
to
building
20
and talk to
people,
3 people.
and nothing gets done,
Yeah.
and it takes a year, you know.
Yeah, dude.
So if it was simplified down, you know, the way I think it should be, then
It's like a lot of
wouldn't be
people don't
as
know.
many as the problems. But they're too busy lining their pockets.
Mhm. Like back in the day, we didn't have appellate courts. We only had the regular court or the federal court, the district court, and then we had the Supreme Court. You know, and it wasn't like now where they can indict a ham sandwich. Like me, I went to federal prison for a Facebook comment that didn't have a threat, that didn't even happen in America, that didn't even do.
Mhm.
But they're like, well, we're just blaming you. Ha! What are you
Yeah,
gonna do
right.
about it?
Yeah, we need someone to blame. We've
Yeah,
already
dude.
started the paperwork. We have to go through with it. You know.
Oh fuck, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy shit.
Yep. Yeah, fuck, dude. And my judge called me a blue-eyed nigger in courtroom. Yeah,
Really?
dude.
Oh,
dude,
man, I'd
dude,
have
my-
a hard time not jumping over and fucking just.
Oh, dude, it was such a fucking retarded shit show, dude.
That's why I don't have one.
And oh yeah, I know.
I'll get myself in trouble pretty damn quick.
Yep. So do you have a cat or a dog?
The dog.
I just noticed the shed.
Yeah, she's a shedder.
Oh.
Talking about that's from a mustache.
You still remember
That's
that? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, I am totally waiting on the stimulus check, you know. I get a stimulus check, I'm gonna try to get to Cuba. Never come back.
what is it? $600?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, get
after
to Cuba
Tulsa.
on $600.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well, it's basically like 3 something to 4 something, depending on when you get the ticket for
Uh-huh.
the trip ticket. Then you got to pay for
Are
your
you
taxes, your
citizen
luggage.
of-
Yeah, it's like $369 to $469, all right? Depending on the day you get it. So during different days of the week, the price goes up or down.
Oh, I got you. Just a one-way thing. But
No, it's round trip.
oh, is it? Oh, okay. Shit. That's
And then it's
oh,
you know, your taxes are about another $70, and so it's about $400 to $500 just for the ticket, and then it's $35 for your one bag. And if you don't have a checked bag, they don't let you on because they think you're a terrorist. So you have to have a carry-on and a checked bag, and they might charge you for the carry-on also.
right. Extra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're basically looking at $100 for your luggage, and then when you get to Miami International Airport, you have to purchase the visa, the travel visa, right? Now the thing is, what do you call that? Sometimes they're pieces of shit douchebags, and they'll either charge you cash or they'll charge you.
Actually, really quick, gentlemen. What is this?
This is Janet's Kitchen. It's a community breakfast for anybody who's hungry.
Okay.
So if
Every
you
Sunday.
every Sunday, it's been going.
Last 12 years.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from Kansas. It's my first time in Denver.
Okay.
Oh,
Just getting.
what brings you here?
Well, I actually work for an airline, so I can fly wherever I want for free. And I can give that to 2 of my friends, too, who are with me. They just took off that way already.
Oh, nice.
Oh, bro, what airline, if you don't mind me asking?
SkyWest Airlines, it's partnered with United.
That's legit.
Yeah, well, there, hold up. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Oh, are you a pilot or a flight attendant?
I work on the ground.
Oh, okay.
Like putting baggage in the plane and stuff.
That's legit.
Yeah, it's small. I work on a small jet. Because I work in a town of maybe 20,000 people, maybe less.
I used to be a sky cap at Montrose Regional Airport.
Where's that?
It's on the western slope. Basically, Colorado's a square. So it's in the middle of the southwest square. So if you break it into 4 squares, it's in the middle of the southwest square.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got a felony, so working in an airport ain't gonna happen for me.
It happens.
I got a private pilot's license before I had a driver's license at 16 years old.
That's pretty damn
That's
cool.
legit.
Started when I was 15, and my 16th birthday, I took the test and soloed.
That's my goal, is to be a commercial pilot.
I couldn't even drive a car yet, but I could fly a plane.
I've heard a few people say that.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, if you take a Discovery flight for $150, you can fly it,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is nuts. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever relatively got to fly planes.
So I got like 60 hours under my belt, like 35 years ago. I haven't done anything since. Yeah,
Wow. Oh, hey, you can say you've done it.
yeah.
Memories.
Well, they say it's just like riding a bike. You get right back in and go, but I wouldn't probably go far.
Yeah,
Wouldn't know how to do any of the new avionics and all that computer-aided
there's
crap.
a lot of new stuff.
And then you gotta
It
remember
was all
those
analog when I
words.
was doing it, and analog gauges. Now it's all just a screen.
Hey Karen, here, I'll walk through you.
How are you?
Happy New Year, happy Valentine's. How's your foot?
It swells like that.
Oh, it's swollen.
Yeah, when I wear shoes, but when I go home and take my shoes off, all the swelling goes down. I just can't. If I wear socks or shoes, it.
Yeah, that small
And I'm
little
still learning
constriction.
to bend it right again. Like,
Oh yeah, I know
yeah,
that feeling.
and this too. Like I can't. Yeah, so I'm gonna do therapy on this. They showed me things to do on that one. It'll just take a little while before I get back on my bicycle.
Oh yeah, your beautiful red bike, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Oh man. So you know, nothing really going on this past week. You know,
Yeah.
still waiting on that stimulus, which they say they're going to pass this week. You know,
Yeah.
who knows?
Well, I put in for food stamps to help because I'm on and I knew, so I got December's and January, so I'm getting like 200 and something a month, and so I got like 400 and something. So the other day I went to Janet's and bought her like $300 worth of food
That's legit.
for the feed and for her own shit. Yeah.
That's nice.
So I had extra, so yeah.
I'm on food stamps, you know. Unemployment dropped off the 28th of November, and here we are, December, end of January, and like I hear one woman is actually suing the Department of Unemployment and Labor or whatever because they're like, oh, we're supposed to fix our system at the end of December, you know, and
Janet's only getting like 90 something a week.
yeah, I was getting 123 a week plus the benefits.
Nobody can fucking live on that.
Yeah. So, you know, fuck.
Yeah, I went ahead, and usually with my SSI, I'm only eligible for like $16 a month, so I don't even worry. But with COVID, even if you're on that, you're getting like $230 something a month.
Yeah.
So that's something
That's
to
nice.
help.
It helps a lot.
Yeah.
You know? Going to these food banks every so often, getting what I can, you know.
Yeah.
Because fuck, I mean,
Oh yeah.
like I used to work for that scooter company right there, Bird.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then when COVID hit, they took them all off, all right?
I did that.
And then when they started putting them back on the street, you actually had to purchase them. And I didn't have the money to purchase them. And so I applied for one of those $10,000 grant SBA loan things from COVID. I got shot down, you know.
Yeah.
And the other one, that one over there, Lime, I worked for them, and then they took them out.
They need another. Oh, you said you didn't get your 600 one yet, like
No,
Janet.
I got mine.
Oh,
yeah.
you did you? I got mine pretty early.
Yeah, I was one of the first waves
Yeah.
because I filed all my stuff the very first day it was open to file. You know, I was on it. And the day that I got my unemployment was the same day I got my original stimulus for $1,200, and that was the day they stopped flights to Cuba because I was going to leave. I was like, bye.
See, I thought they were still all open.
Oh, well,
It was
they're
still all open.
They're open. I think they reopen again
only
tomorrow.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
Oh.
They shut down for the past 2 weeks. They were open for part of December. Because I
Well,
went
when
to
you go, be sure and say goodbye and shit.
What are you going to do in Cuba?
live.
Not,
I have Cuban
not be in
citizenship.
Just
America.
not be in America.
Yeah, not be here.
All
He's
right, that's
actually got
legit.
citizenship
That's
there.
legit.
Yeah.
So you do have citizenship?
Yeah, I earned it in 2017. Crazy
Okay.
story you probably would never believe.
Do you have to have a job or something to get citizenship? Is that how that works?
I don't know. Long story short, my first night there, I got poisoned, I got robbed, and I killed a couple of terrorists. And then I went and turned myself in to the police the next day later, and they didn't know what to do, and the military showed up. Because at first they were like, you just confessed to us you stabbed a person. And I'm like, yeah. And I was all fucking drugged up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I did this, I did this, I did this. And then the military, and they're like, well, we're going to have to arrest you. And I was like, well, you have to contact the American embassy first. And they're like, well, you already confessed. And I was like, where's the body? Where are these guys at? And they're like, we're looking for them. And then the military comes in and they're like, oh no, we got the bodies. Let that dude go. We watched him get fucking poisoned. Yeah, they came up and got me in the face with some shit. I got stabbed. Yeah, dude, I got blown up. I got fucked up, dude. My eyes, my sinuses, and I almost lost hearing in my right ear.
And you want to go back?
Well, the thing was, yeah, I do actually. And then when I finally, like a couple days later, when I was, I guess, soberish, I was in this police station, the one I turned myself into, and they're like, hey, if there's anything you need, just ask. And I was like, anything? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, can I have citizenship? And the dude was like, what? And I was like, can I have Cuban citizenship? So no matter where I am in the world, I can say I'm a Cuban citizen. I want my embassy. And this dude's like, yeah, you got it, dude. So I went to Washington, D.C. over Thanksgiving, and on Thanksgiving Day, I made it to the Cuban embassy. And they were like, oh, yeah, we know who you are. Because when when I woke up in the hospital because of this injury, the Cuban embassy actually called the hospital and was like, "Yeah, we want Kenneth back in Cuba. Yeah, he's not safe in America. We're telling him to come home." And then their social service people came and spoke to me like, "Yeah, the Cuban embassy called, so they wanted you back in Cuba." And I was like, "There's no flights right now." And that was June 22nd.
Right, yeah.
And so then,
Right.
I found out that there is one flight every day for Cuban nationals, but you have to have your Cuban passport. And then I contact them, and they're like, "Oh, you have to go to Cuba to get your paperwork legit because we don't have it." And so, yeah, I'm gonna try as soon as I get that stimulus. I'm gonna hop on a plane. It has to be round trip, so I'm just gonna set it off for a month.
Right.
You know.
If it doesn't work out for some
Yeah,
reason,
exactly.
you've got a way back or whatever. But yeah.
And I got time there, and I'll have money while I'm there. So yeah,
It's probably a lot warmer too.
it is. It's a lot
Shit,
warmer.
because it's just chilly. Actually, this is bad for a end of January day. This is pretty nice out.
It's usually colder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty nice out right now.
Yeah, it's way nice out. Oh man. It's nice talking to you, yo.
Yeah, you too, man. We'll see you in the streams.
Yep,
I
living the
try to
stream.
get down here when I can. I actually had to take today off, but just for Mr. Marcus.
Yep. All right. You have a beautiful day. Happy fucking Police Day.
What's up, Kenny?
How are you, Levi? So, we're here. There it is. There's Janet. Let's go say hi to Janet and give Janet a hug.
Can't sit up, so I can't sit times.
Here's Mr. Wheeler.
Okay.
Hey, babe.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thanks for coming up and saying hi to me.
Of course. How's your week so far?
Good. Good.
Chilling, young lady.
Hi. You guys hungry? So,
Hi.
they did.
Somebody stole this bike
Somebody stole his bike. So,
and he found it.
nope. No,
Oh.
he
That's really nice.
Yeah. We're 23 minutes into this live stream. I'm down to 80% on my phone. Oh, need to clean the lens. Oh, if I Oops. Yeah, my bad. Hey, friends in code. I'm not really paying attention to my comments. Yeah. So yeah. I accidentally put the mic on mute. I guess. Oops. So yep. Let's see about getting some OJ.
Every sale costs is that there is no. I mean, but people just can't take it in, and they don't because the people, where people want to buy it, mostly it's legal.
May I have some OJ, please?
Did you see the arson, the resolution of the arson that killed the son of Louis family 5? They arrested
3 kids.
16-year-old boys and a 15-year-old boy as the arsonists, and they arrested their.
In August of last year, in a single East community, I can't remember where it was, somewhere near Denver, one of the outlying cities. 5 people died. Yeah. The house got burnt down, and they said there were security cameras of 3 people with masks. Well, it turned out to be kids, like 2 16-year-olds and a 15-year-old. And they were, I guess, there to rob it and burn it down. Now, the thing is, what were the people who got murdered involved in that allowed the other people to know to go rob them and burn it down, you know? Because the dude who owned the home, he came to America. He went to, I think, CU or DU for civil engineering, and started a family. And then, yeah, so they arrested 3 kids in on it. And I'm more wondering, like, why were they there? You know, they had to have some reason to go there, you know? Like, did that dude owe money? Were they dealing drugs? Because it was a really nice home. Only one dude had a real job.
Oh, they just go to try to mix it up somehow?
Yeah, we just have to pack it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't heard about that, man.
Yeah, it's in the news. And then,
Like, is it back in the news for?
yeah, you go look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think happened? Why were they there?
Well, if you look at it, like, 'cause I've been in federal prison before, I've been in state prison before, I've had to deal with a lot of shit of people claiming like they were good, upstanding citizens, they weren't doing anything wrong, and then comes to show that they were involved in syndicates, drug trafficking, weapons trafficking, children trafficking. So you have this dude who has a civil engineering degree, is the only one with a job. There's like 5 other people there who don't have jobs, but they're all living very wealthy, you know? In this dude's job, when you look how much he made for a year, barely adds up to basically, how should we say, food in his mortgage. So how can they have all those other nice things and live very luxuriously, right? Unless they were involved in some criminal activity, you know? Because I'm not trying to be a piece of shit, but play devil's advocate. Why were those people there, right? Why did they get targeted? Why did a nice 2-story, 2-car garage home with a large basement and a family that had nice luxuries and only one person had a job, right? And that job couldn't really pay for all that. So when you look at the financial aspect of how did that one dude support all that and that much luxury on a job that couldn't afford all that? It kind of says, well, he was most likely involved in illegal activity. you know, whether it was the drug trade or some other trade. And then you have kids who targeted that specific home thinking, oh, there's got to be money and drugs in there. We're going to go get it.
Coming in behind you here.
And then, you know, they burned down the house and the family was downstairs inside.
Say again, the last part.
The 3 kids that got arrested set the house on fire when they left.
Okay.
And before they left. And I guess the family was downstairs, you know. Yeah.
There's more noise coming through.
So
I didn't hear anything about that.
yeah, so yeah, it, you know, I don't want to be a real piece of shit and be like, oh, they must have been involved in illegal activity, but
You're welcome.
can I get a little more also, please? Thank you. They're good. You know, I was in a federal prison and I can't remember this dude's name, but he was basically like he wasn't the doctor, but he ran a doctor's offices, all right? And it was basically considered a pill farm. Like you could go to this doctor and he'll prescribe you anything for the right price. And this dude was telling me, he's like, oh, we have all our paperwork, all our tax information. It's all legit. I don't understand how they could accuse me of this. Then come to find out, that dude is also an undercover cop.
The
All right.
doctor?
No, not the doctor. The dude that was in the prison with me. All right. So yeah. So what do undercover cops do? They're involved in crime. That's all they do. Because remember, if you're undercover, you're doing some type of crime. And the feds, they bust undercover cops because undercover cops are actually illegal. You know, even if you're a cop, you're still not allowed to sell guns. Even if you're a cop, you're still not allowed to sell drugs. But if you're an undercover cop, you're involved in that. You know, you're actually not allowed to purchase guns or drugs illegally, even if you're an undercover cop. You're supposed to report that to the feds. That's a federal thing. And then the feds, you actually have to go before a federal judge and go on stand and go under oath and give an oath of what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, and then the judge has to authorize it in a court order. Yeah, so when this dude was telling me that he was doing all this legal stuff, his paperwork was legit, and then the feds were like, oh yeah, that dude's a fucking undercover cop, that's why we busted him. He was running a pill mill. Yeah, everything, all the paperwork was legit, but it was still illegal. And I'm like, oh snap. And that's when the feds were like, they talked about it openly. Like, yeah, and they're pointing people out. They're like, you see that dude over there? Has a nice house and a family. He ran a tow trucking company, all right? And then, you know, all his paperwork's there. If you look at it, all his money is spent. Where does he get his food from? Where does he go out to eat? How does he buy alcohol? How does he buy gas? And I'm like, what? And like, we just did the math. You know, look at his taxes, look at his income. And then we figured out he was making money on the side. How did he make the money on the side? Drugs. Yeah. You know, so when it comes to that Singalese family, only one dude had a job. It was civil engineering. That job basically could pay for the mortgage. All right. It couldn't pay for the cars that he had. It couldn't pay for the electricity, all their nice stuff, you know, and no one else had a job. All right. So what's going on? Where does the other money come from? And then, you know, how did those 3 kids know to rob that specific house?
Because this guy,
Yeah, we're not lying. We're not stealing. We're not.
Hello.
Breakfast. Hi there, Thor.
How are you?
Good, how you doing?
Just out here live streaming.
Yeah.
It's all how you look at it.
well,
You taller or some shit, you got in trouble.
I think you look at that guy,
Oh, wow. My
Brian
cousin's
Disney,
up there.
didn't he?
Who? Which one?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
civil engineer.
Oh no, he got murdered.
He's the one that died in the
He's up
fire.
there.
Yeah, his whole family. It was 5 people. It was him, his wife, their child, his sister, and her newborn child. Yeah. And so, yeah, you know, like me from being locked up and being, you know, the feds just throw that shit under the bus. They ain't afraid to talk about it, you know. And so, you know, when you look at it like that and you're like, oh wow, dude, that kind of makes some sense. Where'd all that other money come from, and why those kids decide to rob that specific dude, right? Because, well, they were looking for money and drugs.
Yeah, I feel like there are other possibilities there too. Like, I think if you're a federal officer, your brain is always going to money and drugs
Yeah,
because that's what you're trained to see.
yeah, that's only what you're absolutely
So,
correct.
like, there could be other scenarios as to
Mhm.
how he's paying for something that
Yeah,
still might not be
legal.
above board or legal, but I don't know. I just hey, orange juice, sure.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Hey, where'd she go?
It's kind of like
Go,
that
go.
thing.
Hold it, man.
If you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah. Hmm.
I don't know. I hadn't heard anything about that case.
Hello. Yeah, dude.
I'm moving on to ice coffee. You get
Yeah.
the coffee's getting cold. Shit's cold.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a hate crime at first. And then when you find out it was 3 kids and they were also charged with burglary, that means they had to confess to that they were burglarizing the
Yeah,
thing.
we've got another one. Yeah, take the full one.
Does that have a tissue, George?
Happy Fuck the Police Day. Pigs are here. There's a pig.
Huh? Yeah, a little more like you, sir.
Yeah. Do you have a cup or?
Oh, I should have brought it, huh? I know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
where you talking?
I'm gonna stand in the sun.
She's not Bernie. That's what I thought it was.
I cleaned the food
It's Bernie. Yeah.
Berlinetta.
Yeah, well, okay. Oh no, they
So, did you hear about those kids getting arrested for that Singalese family
Yeah.
dying?
They seemed like they were like drug dealers. His sister was getting the kids to do the drug dealing with it.
Well, why'd they target that family if they weren't getting a rival?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was just talking about
Why?
that over there because if you think about it, only one person had a job, that dude. All right, the other people in his house didn't have a job, and his job really couldn't afford all that
Killing
stuff.
Kids, man, over
Yeah.
shit. That's fucked up, man.
But they were all in the basement, and they lit the house on fire, and then they died in the bottom of the house. So, yep,
That's why you shouldn't have kids around that shit.
yep. But that's the thing, you know, that's the life.
I hate people that do that.
Well, that's every drug dealer in my mind, if you want my opinion on it.
I know. I hate fucking drug dealers. I hate them.
Yeah, and you know, you can be a drug dealer, have a civil engineer job, have your family there, everything looks pretty, but and when push comes to shove, you're a corrupt, dirty motherfucker, and then 3 kids come into your home and get you.
They arrested the sister that
Yeah, the cousin or something like that. Yeah, the
sister
sister
of one of the kids, one of the
Mhm.
teenagers.
who's 23.
Yeah,
They found weed and a gun.
a bunch of other stuff like she
Yeah,
was a
coke and
drug
everything.
dealer,
Yeah. So, which in my mind makes me think that just makes me think that, you know, they were targeting a rival or someone who owed money.
Maybe that's why I thought they could get money for the drugs from them or something after I heard all that. I
Yeah.
was thinking along those lines. Yeah.
Because the kids got charged with burglary, which means they were there to rob. So why are they going into that home to rob unless, you know, it's a
They
rival?
haven't been paid or a rival.
Yeah, or owing money.
Yeah.
Surely you're blocking historical.
That's why I'm calling you a thief.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning. Oh, man. How are you? I'm just looking at my stream.
How are you?
Doing all right. How was your week?
Productive. Got my kiln up and running.
Yeah, kiln?
Yeah, started firing, which was nice.
You do pottery?
Yep. I'm actually going to bring some of it down tomorrow to the for tent warmers for Monday Mutual Aid.
That's at the city and county?
Yeah, sitting or 14th and Bangkok, I think.
Bannock?
Yeah, Bannock.
Yeah, city and county, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That
Yeah.
was good.
How large is your kiln? Is it
I
electric
can
or gas?
It's electric, and I can do, I want to say, once I get some more shelves, I'll be able to do between 10 and 30 pieces at a time.
I mean, like how big?
That big, by about that tall.
Oh, that's a
And
nice.
actually,
Yeah.
I can stack bigger sections on it.
That's nice. I done pottery before.
Yeah, I hadn't done it since high school, and then ended up buying a wheel and a kiln at the end of September, and the kiln finally showed up this week.
Wow.
Took them forever for
Yeah.
the kiln to get there. But now it's up and running.
Right on.
That's super exciting.
Yep. And if you go to any store and let's say you want to sell your stuff at Cherry Creek, no matter how good or bad it is, make it outrageously expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want to sell it for $10, add a zero. Sell
Add
it for
another zero.
$100. Yeah.
Well,
Seriously.
once I start getting into the glazing, because I haven't gotten into that yet.
Oh, okay.
This is all just bisque fire, but because you know, literally just experimenting with it. But something new to play with. Very expensive toy to play with.
Yeah, very expensive toy to play with. So you hear about those 3 kids who got arrested for?
The Diol family.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you think about that?
We don't know when Hitler became.
I can't believe it. They were minors. 2 16-year-olds
And
and
a
a 15-year-old.
15-year-old. Yeah.
And they murdered.
Well, they set the house on fire, and then the people in the bottom, and they were died. You know.
Yeah. It was a tragedy. I was at the Diol protest. I don't even remember when that was.
August. Yeah, see, I thought it was a hate crime at first, but when I found out that when the kids also got charged with burglary, and then like when
I didn't know it was a burglary.
yeah, I thought it was a drug retaliation thing or something like that. Well, that's my personal thing because I've been talking about it constantly about that dude was a civil engineer, and they said he was the only one with a job. So his income couldn't actually support all that.
Okay.
So where'd the other money come from? And then those kids were there targeting specifically to rob that house. And one of the kids' sisters got popped for drugs and for dealing drugs, right?
I had no idea it was a burglary. I just thought it was a hate crime.
That's what I thought also. No, wasn't it? No, they're not being charged with a hate crime. They're being charged with murder, arson, and burglary.
Because the article that I saw was literally just a blurb. I mean, it was basically, you know, like two paragraphs. You know, 3 teenagers arrested. But I knew what the story was. Yeah, and I assumed it was hate crime, but the article didn't provide anything really to back that up.
Yeah, so I thought it was a hate crime also, but also at the same time I thought it was an inside community thing, like people of the community did it.
That is
like their own people did it, because that's usually how that occurs in those type of communities.
Yeah, exactly. You're most likely to have a crime committed against you by somebody that you know, instead of it just being a random event.
Yeah.
I'll have to try to dig up some other articles on that because yeah, there was very limited. I mean, they didn't even release the names of the
Kids,
kids
yeah.
because which makes sense
They're
because
minors.
they're minors. Yeah.
But when one of the dude's family members, his sister or his cousin, got arrested,
So what are those teenagers looking at then? As far as a burglary, I mean, you do a whole lot more time for a hate crime than just a straight burglary.
yeah,
But are they getting charged with murder too?
yeah, they're being charged with homicide.
Okay.
So in my mind, that just means that they were targeted. And why were they targeted? Well, they either owed money or they were competition. Right?
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting angle right there. I mean,
Why else would they be
why
targeted?
else would they be targeted?
I mean, how would they know to go there and rob that specific house?
Specifically that house.
Yeah. And then when you look into it, the father, he went to DU or CU, got a civil engineering degree, got his family into America,
Yeah.
and they said he was the only one with a job supporting everyone. Well, that's a really nice house, and he had luxuries.
Well, civil engineering, because I actually was going to go to school for civil engineering. This is way back, but they make good money. They're up over 6 figures.
Yeah, but still, think about it. He went to a drug school.
Yep.
All right, and if you look at how much they had, in my mind, because I've been to federal prison, and the feds always look at it that way.
Yep.
And so I just look at it like that. I was like, well, if he's the only one with a job and he only makes that much, he does make good money, but when you look at all the stuff and it adds up, you're like, that's not enough money for all that. And then you find out that it was a burglary and that one of the people.
Those kids had to have known that something was in the house. There had to have been a reason for them to target that.
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to do some more looking into that because I saw it. I clicked on the article to read the story, and then the story itself was literally like, 2 pair. But again, I was at the August event.
Yeah, so,
Well,
to be charged when
those kids are going to go away for a long ass time.
20 years easily.
Yep. And that'll, yeah. The whole thing is just an absolute tragedy.
Yeah.
In college,
I couldn't believe it when the story originally came out. And how do I feel about that? At least finally, they're getting a little bit of justice, which is not even what you can say about Elijah.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if those people were involved in bad stuff, well, then was it street justice, Because those kids went in there with intent to rob and burn that house down.
Yeah, and that's fucked.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fucked.
But most people won't just target a random thing like that. They know who they're going after, why they're going after, and to say, hey, we're going to rob them and burn down their house. You really got to be involved in some bullshit for that to happen to you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what type of bullshit are you involved in at age 15?
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. How much do you got left?
And where is the basic point? We're not even there. Money is also nice. That's another one. But that might be less important.
That's leftover.
This it belongs to the people. Yeah, they come and get it. How you been doing? Very good.
I thought it was going to be a little bit chilly.
You do?
What's up, yo?
but of that, and that should be, if those people were organized, then you would expect maybe comparable clout. Purely on one might expect that, and right.
I don't want to fuck with you. I know enough not to fuck with you. There's 50 different ways that you could kill me right now.
Just trained to be one.
No, like, so when I first got here, we had a pretty big fight in Lodo, and I maintained control of the kid the entire time. And in the video, you hear me like holding him like this. I could have dropped on my body weight. I could have eaten him in the face. And I'm going, "Are you done?" And then you see him punch me in the gut, so I punch him in the face, and I go, "Are you done?"
How about now? Are you done?
Even when we were on the ground, I had him in a headlock. Right? I'm on my back. I have him in a headlock, and he's fucking biting me. So I start like twisting, and I'm asking him, "Are you done yet? Are you done?"
This is Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I ended up fucking punching him really hard though and dropping his ass. All on video too.
Who was this?
Some kid that fucked with us in Lodo because he didn't like that we were fucking protesting the police.
Hey, Cap.
And like, you know, there may or may not have been a 10-minute period before that where he attacked us and he got hit in the head with a bullet a bunch of times, but that's neither here nor there. We're not sure if that actually
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah. Allegedly, that stimulus is going to happen this week.
Jesus Christ, dude. I still haven't gotten that last session.
What, the $1,400? We're getting $1,400.
Did you ever owe any money to the IRS? Oh.
Fuck them, I have a shit ton and I've gotten all my stimulus.
Yeah, same here.
See, I didn't say that.
Margin of victory.
I signed up. The first day it was open to sign up for.
Part of me feels a little skeptical about them having access to my bank account.
They don't have access to it. They only have fucking the ability to control like stuff.
It was,
Yeah,
I should recall.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter if you give them your information or not. They've got that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if they want to do anything, they'll do it without fucking you needing to fucking give them anything. You know what I mean? Pretty much give it to them.
Yeah, but there was a fish demand for it to happen.
With the small print guy.
And part of the reason I
This is coming from a fucking dude who hates the government.
Yeah,
I haven't paid my tax in like
regularly.
They said, like 4 or 5 hundred from last.
So I've been homeless.
There was a threat.
How the fuck do they expect me to pay?
Yeah.
You just fucking helping yourself.
There was a threat that, if I smoke it, I can go to jail.
Portion control.
There was a threat of if I engage in the action that I want to do,
That's one way to do it.
Chug that whole thing right now.
Let me try to do it.
Chug it.
Again,
Hey everybody, we're like an hour or 55 minutes into the stream. Ain't much going on.
yeah.
Oh man.
That's pretty good.
So what do you think about Biden's executive orders?
11 people like you and I. Overall, I'm afraid.
I mean, my issue
voters, we are more
in general with the executive orders is that
I think it's probably
By the next administration.
because it's
Yeah.
so associated with personality. A huge number.
I mean that
as a
No.
procedural thing. Like, I
Not
think
a huge number, but a number. Yeah,
I
that's
think it's
it.
not.
Dude, it's all we're talking about constituency of golfers, okay? The number of people.
Doesn't lead
15% of the
to
states are golfers, but there's no legal constituency for golfers. In Colorado, that's
yeah, so
he said he's going to stop the private prisons, but keep them going for ICE.
right.
That's irrelevant in my mind because there's like what 3 private prisons for the feds, you know, and there's like 100 ICE private prisons for the feds. So I thought it initially applied to ICE, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So that was completely bogus. You know,
Well, some. Anyway, this is
he gave $15 an hour minimum wage to federal employees, federal contractors, but they automatically get $17.50 for Davis-Bacon wages. You know, have you ever heard of Davis-Bacon wage?
I don't know what they.
The amendment.
It basically means you get $17.50 an hour. Yeah, if you're like, let's say you're holding a sign, a stop or slow sign for a highway, a federal highway.
Is that shoe club?
Davis Bacon means you get $17.50 an hour, even if you're working through a temp agency. Yeah, the temp agency has to pay you $17.50 an hour.
I mean, dude, I don't have any illusions that he's going to do anything meaningful for the left at all.
No legal standard.
Yeah, yeah. And then they're like,
Good to see you, man.
take it easy. And then this new stimulus that they're trying to pass is that in 2025, minimum wage should be $15 an hour. I'm like, why not make it $15 an hour in 6 months? You know? Yeah, because look at Seattle. Seattle has 15 an hour. A couple other states already wage their minimum wage to 15 an hour. Was it like 17 states or 37? Yeah, I think it was 17 states have $15 an hour minimum wage now. Yeah, it's. I think it's some lame duck ass weak ass shit. And you know, if you look at Obama versus Trump when it comes to deportation of immigrants, Obama deported more in his first 4 years than Trump did. Built more of the wall or funded more of the wall. Yeah, so I'm just like, what the fuck is this guy gonna do? You know?
Dude, in the middle of a pandemic, if you can't make Medicare for all happen, like,
oh, dude,
you're useless.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Like, this is when the most people, the most support you could have for that policy right now.
yeah.
You have people that are just don't have health insurance. Yeah, in the middle of a pandemic,
Carry on.
yeah,
I think it's so fucking.
So like, it just shows me if he's not doing that now, then it doesn't, like, he's not ever gonna do anything.
That's a real good way of describing it. I mean, I've sent him daily emails, you know, just talking shit. You know, just like. So.
The number of arrests.
I mean,
Serious felonies.
like, my big indicator is if the stock market is rallying when he's like knowing that he was going to become president.
And you think that would
Unfortunately, that number alone.
Like, that tells me a lot. You know, that tells me it's the people who
No one
Got the money.
are capitalists and know this guy is going to be friendly to capital are like, okay, sweet, things are going to go well.
Yeah, you know, or whatever happened to decriminalizing marijuana federally, right?
Oh yeah.
Remember that was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know, it hasn't.
Dude, and the whole discussion around the $2,000, like now they're saying like, no, it was never $2,000. It was always 14. Dude,
Yeah.
fuck no. Fuck
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
You weren't ever saying we're going to give you $1,400 checks to finish the $2,000. No, that's you're just.
Yeah, he went
You're
to
backtracking.
Georgia and said, "Hey, you elect these Democrats, you're getting $2,000."
Come on, dude.
Yeah.
Like, don't insult people. That's
Yeah, it's not just insulting; it's degrading, yo.
yeah, because it makes us. It's like saying,
Ha, ha, ha.
you idiot, you were
Yeah.
had this wrong the whole time. This is what we were planning, and now it's gonna be like. It's just gonna like die in committee somewhere. Like they're just going to dissect it until we all forget about it.
Yeah,
Forget about it. But
it's fucking bleh. But we're an hour and 1 minute into this, y'all. I'm gonna call it. Y'all have a bunch of
yeah, man. I have a bunch of friends that are like fans of Joe Biden and liberal, and like they just for them it's just like, well, Trump's out, so like it's good.